Hey dudes! Welcome to another episode of the Bullshit Show. I'm Dad. That's Nathan.
Hey dudes.
This is Anchor Baby.
Hi Anchor Baby.
She's very sad. She's a sad kitty. Just like the rest of the nation. I don't think I need to state the obvious. What happened Tuesday night.
Wednesday morning,
however you want to look at it. Oh, there was Clinton kitty. Y'all know my opinion on Trump. I'm speechless, people. I told you we were going to dick around. People were going to goof around, thinking this was all a big fucking joke. And we're going to end up electing the fucking Cheeto face buffoon.
In fact,
we've done it.
15,000 people voted for Harambe.
Yeah, I know.
And half of the country stayed home and didn't vote.
Yeah, 46% or 48% of you fuckers didn't even bother to vote. So, as my mother always used to say, you've made your bed, now you gotta sleep in it. So...
But Grandma makes the beds.
Yeah, well, no, not when I was a kid. Oh, she got her tongue out. It's been an interesting week, though. Kid being cute. He's so sweet. So, I don't know, people. I mean, I could rant and rave, and, you know, I'm not going to go out and protest in the street like a bunch of fucking morons are. The bottom line is, what's done is done. Now all we got to do is let him prove to the fact that he's a moron. I mean, he's already canned Christie and put Pence in charge of the transition team, which is the first biggest fucking moron move he could have done. And he's already backtracking. Well, we're going to repeal Obamacare, every bit of it. And now, well, maybe we'll keep some of it because it kind of works. The guy's a dick, people. I don't know what you've done, but... I want my country back. So, if I had the money, I would be moving to Canada, but I don't have the money, so fuck you all. That's pretty much the big news story of the week. It's been a long week for me. Halloween night, I think it was, wasn't it? Had another stint in the hospital. Went in like Halloween night. Which is not the time to go into an emergency room is Halloween night because there's a lot of weirdos there. And then there's the patients. But it wasn't a full-blown heart attack. Well, depends on how you define heart attack. I mean, it was still a myocardial infarction. But how you define the difference between that and an actual heart attack. I'm not sure where that line comes. It could have been. I mean, it was as much a heart attack as some of the other ones I've had. But I went through surgery again, got another stent.
Listen to Grandma bitch.
Listen to Grandma bitch about the whole thing. Although this time it was different. My previous 16 angioplasties had been up through my groin, which is terribly painful and very uncomfortable because it takes a couple weeks for it to heal and it's just in a bad spot. But this time they did it in my wrist, which you can, I don't know, you can't, there's not much to see. There's not really much left. Just that little speck right there. But it was all bruised a couple days ago, but it's cleared
hey
up.
Dudes.
Hey dudes. But they went to my wrist this time, and I tell you, it's a much easier procedure. And the recovery was so much better because instead of having to sit still with a sandbag on your crotch and you can't move for 12 hours, which really sucks when you have to pee, they usually have to stick a skeeter tube up your wazoo so you can pee, which is more painful than the actual procedure. This, I could get up, go to the bathroom, I could do everything but have a wank. So, you know. And even then, I still had a free hand, except I had an IV in it. I still have bruises for my IVs. But Which is ironic because this was where my main IV was, and that bruise is almost completely gone. And yet this one, this big, huge bruise, was just they put a tap in anticipation of putting an IV in, but never did. But this one bruised like a motherfucker. Go figure. And I did, this isn't the one, but I did get another cup too. So I've got a backup hospital cup. So, but I'm all healed up again. I'm back on the road to recovery. We didn't make any big announcement about it because it was like, who gives a shit, right? I'm sure none of you do. So,
A few people that would.
yeah, I guess. There's a few people that gave a shit, I guess, but the rest of you, fuck you. What's going on in the world? Theresa May is having some trouble there in England. This whole Brexit thing, she's dead set that they're going to continue it as scheduled, and they're going to enact Article 50 sometime in March, and it'll be about a 2-year process to withdraw the UK from the EU. But there's a lot of people saying, maybe we're going to vote against this. They're going to apparently they're getting a movement together to have a vote in Parliament to rescind the Brexit vote. Whether it's legitimate or not, people are saying if Parliament says they aren't going to do it, then they can't do it.
They say no. They say no, it's Aki.
Brexit, Aki. Aki! I disagree. I think, again, what England's going through right now is just birthing pains. They'll take a couple of years, but ultimately I think they'll end up being a stronger country as a result. But that's been my opinion all along.
And you're full of shit.
And I'm usually right. But,
would you like to dedicate a burp?
no, I don't dedicate burps. But there's some question that maybe Theresa May's time is limited, but let's hope not. Let's just hope Trump's time is limited. But hey, again, this country did it to itself, so they have nobody to blame but the fucking white-ass hicks in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania.
And Florida.
The fucking dipshit neighbors here in Florida. We did it to y'all, so... Y'all, it's a Florida thing. So, hey, I didn't vote for the goof, so I can always say that. I mean, that's what got me through the Bush years. I didn't vote for him. But, I don't know.
So, 2 more episodes of The Lodge have aired.
Yes. I've managed to keep up, even with my hospital schedule, to keep up with Disney's The Lodge. It's getting better and better.
She got a card to go see SJ.
Yes.
This episode.
Yes. And we found out his name was what?
Samuel James.
Samuel James as SJ. So, but they all went camping today, and it was fun. The girls were all in one tent, all 3 of them. It was hot, totally hot, but not as hot as Noah and Oz in the same tent.
Noah really likes Oz's teeth.
Yes, he likes his teeth, and I bet he wanted to fuck his teeth. And Noah and Oz, he'd do it just for a goof. So, but Kaylee announced that she was going to go to the music school in the big city, and that she might be leaving, which it sucks because she's like one of the main characters. But they didn't hesitate getting rid of the old guy in like the 2nd episode of the show.
But
don't worry about it. All it does is shake the picture. Stop it. You always do that.
But she did read Noah's letter.
She read Noah's little boat note, and
what did the letter say?
Said he wanted her to stay, and they could become an article together. And
he wanted to boat her note.
Yeah, he wanted to float her boat. I would too, but I want to grab them pigtails and just. Let me guess, that's going to be the fucking meme right there.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a GIF.
Yeah.
Kyle, get on it.
Yeah. But again, no matter what Sky does, she keeps fucking up because she can't keep it in her pants, apparently. She was buddy-buddy with Danielle on the camping trip. Of course, Danielle was being a bitch, though she looked hot.
Yes, very much
She
so.
woke up looking fantastic, as always. So, Ben and Sean seem to have made up. So perhaps those two will get it on here in a coming episode. But the big question now is what's going to happen to the lodge. Is she, if she sells it, are they going to tear it down?
Gil, which is Sean's dad, and
Danielle's mother.
And Danielle's mother
are in cahoots to buy it
and tear it down.
Although they've only told Sky that they're just going to make it into a health spa, and that's what Sean believes. But Danielle told him that that's a crock of shit. That they're actually going to tear it down.
But my thing is that if they're going to tear it down, they're going to have to find a new place to film.
Well, they kicked the TV crew out, so they're not doing the TV show anymore. So I guess if they bulldoze the place, they'll just continue the show. It's supposed to be luxury apartment complexes. So maybe that's the end of the series. I don't know. I mean, the British are known for, limited run series that just come in, have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that's it. It's not like American stuff where they always leave cliffhangers and leave it open for
they unlike American shows where they line people up getting ready to kill somebody, and then they start to do it, and it fades to black for the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then you come back and they kill 2 people.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. Big bruise on my head.
But you have to wait 20 minutes to see who the fuck it is.
Yeah, well, I knew who it was.
Yeah, so did I. But
everybody knew.
Yeah.
But, so anyways, not much else going on in the world. Everybody's scared to death of the presidential vote in this country. But the stock market took a major dump.
But then came right back.
But came right back. So who knows? I mean, I didn't support the guy. I sure as hell didn't vote for him. But it's like, hey, I'm not going to stand out in the street and protest. So just let the guy prove that he's a dick.
There's nothing we can do in the first place anyway, so.
I mean, the Electoral College process is flawed. We need to get rid of it. We've needed to get rid of it for years and years and years. But let's remember this, folks. Abraham Lincoln didn't win the popular vote. So, and if people would have freaked out back then, not my president, what would have happened if Lincoln wasn't president?
He wouldn't have gotten shot.
Well, we may not have had the Civil War, but he wouldn't have saved the country either. History has a way of putting people in the right place at the right time. I'm not saying Trump's the right person at the right time. My biggest fear is not Trump. It's Pence. Mike Pence, the new vice president. He's fucking evil incarnate. The man who actually thinks that you can take homosexuals and electrocute them and convert them to heterosexuality. I swear to God, the guy actually thinks that. And they both think global warming is a hoax. But Mike Pence claims that LGBTQ fag, whatever the letters are, rights, that's going to be the first thing to go. That's what he said today. So.
And he put it into law in Indiana. He got very controversial with this. That if you signed up to get a marriage license and you were gay, you would be arrested.
Yeah.
And I think they overturned it.
Mm-hmm.
But then he spent $2 million, I think,
$2 million
tax dollars to make himself look better.
Mm-hmm. The guy's just a fucking asshole.
He's the Antichrist.
Ultra right wing hypocrite, homophobe, asshole.
So if anybody thinks that murdering Trump is a good idea,
Get Pence first.
But then again, Paul Ryan would become president.
Well, if you got them both, you know, I'm better Paul Ryan than Trump, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, at least Paul Ryan.
Get Paul Ryan while you're at it, too. Do it at the inauguration. They'll all be sitting there on the stage together. So...
No, that is not a...
No, I'm not advocating violence here or anything like that. I'm just
actually, you know what?
in terms of theory.
Let's use actual words that our new president has said. Maybe the Second Amendment people can do something about it.
Yeah, maybe the Second Amendment people will take care of the problem. I'm not advocating it. I'm just joking around here, but I'm just looking at the possibilities. I mean, you'd have to get rid of... Because if Trump was bumped off, it would be worse because Pence would take over. So you'd have to get rid of Pence, and then Ryan would take over. So you'd have to kill all three of them, and then it would be the president pro tem of the Senate, which is, God, it's not Harry Reid, is it?
But at least he would be a Democrat.
Yes, the president pro tem of the Senate. Currently, but in the next Congress, it'll be a Republican. So even then, it won't matter. Who knows who it'll be? So
Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, well,
he'll just yell at everybody and get them to calm down.
I don't know. I used to have respect for Giuliani, but
all right, we're at 16 minutes already.
Shit. So much for doing comments.
We'll just do a few comments. What are your favorite types of chips? Crisps. That's from Epic Laughing.
I like barbecue. I like barbecue chips, which I don't know if they really have those in England. I like, I don't know if you mean brand. I like Lay's. They're always good. You can't eat just one. Question that came up here from, God damn it. Oh, here we go. From 347 Super. 5 countries you both want to visit and why. My list, the top of my list would be Amsterdam in the Netherlands, because there's pot and there's prostitution and it's all legal, and there's also great art. The Rijksmuseum has Rembrandt's and there's a Van Gogh museum, and it would be the most incredible place to go. It would probably be even more exciting than London. So that would be at the top of my list. Number 2, I'd like to go to Italy, particularly northern Italy, Tuscany and Naples.
Not where the earthquakes are.
Yeah, not in the center of the country where it's falling apart. Man, I'd like to see Rome, just to say I've been to Rome, but that's not really high on my list. I'd rather see northern Italy and the Cinque Terre and that area up in there. Number 3, I want to go back to Canada. Canada's an incredible place, but I'd like to go to Vancouver, the western part of Canada. I haven't been there. So, again, pot. 4, Germany. Germany would be nice. We could go see Stefan. Yay, Stefan! Guten Tag. Beer and pretzels and hot German chicks.
And then England.
Yeah, definitely back to England. Definitely back to the UK.
Go to Dad's Con.
I'd like to go. Yeah, go to Dude's Con.
Dude's Con. Yeah.
In Liverpool, and
which I think is where ours is from.
But this time, maybe take in some sites in Scotland, which we didn't do. We didn't go to Scotland, and I guess as a 5/B would be Ireland. Just to see Northern Ireland, to finish off seeing all of the states of the UK, but also to see Ireland, the country of Ireland.
Yeah.
Even though they're a bunch of Catholic wankers.
Got about 30 seconds. So.
30 seconds. Well, it's a sad week for the United States, and a sad week for me because I spent another few days in the hospital. But
right.
So I got a lot of recovering to do here in the next week or so.
We gotta.
But we'll wrap this up for now. Until next time. Hey, dudes!
Oh!
Yeah, Rosebud! Rosebud! I bet there's a lot of people out there that don't get that joke at all. Rosebud.
And